Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of the Manchester City career mode. Of course, this is the Ten Hag Revolution Season 5, final season on FIFA 21, and some news to start the episode. Nicholas Kilmanovic has been sold to Real Madrid for 100 million. What a sale that is. A man who came in on a free transfer with sold to Real Madrid. Just not good enough to start for the team this season, and we're not going to need him. The next one is Dario Sarmiento, another Argentinian right winger, another one dubbed the next Messi. He has joined Augsburg for 13.6 million, and we've got an offer here for a midfielder that we want to let leave the club and leave the squad, and not quite ready to have in the team this season. Ten Hag doesn't rate him, and I don't rate him anymore. This is a revolution, like we said. We need to revamp this squad. United did make an offer which I rejected straight away. I wouldn't be selling him there. Barcelona have come in for him and offered Donny van de Beek. Now, the interesting thing is, Donny van de Beek was amazing under Erik ten Hag, but I don't need him. I've got so many players who can play his position. I don't need Donny van de Beek, so it's whether we negotiate a deal with some other players, maybe there's someone else we'd like an exchange deal from Barcelona, which I'm not quite sure of, or we just ask for straight cash, which maybe they don't have. So I've had a look at this, some interesting players at Barcelona. Ansu Fati is one, Ricky Puig is another, but I mean, Daniel Malin as well. They're not players that we need. We've got too many good players at the squad already, so we're just going to ask for a transfer offer. What about 135 million for Rodri? I think they'll come back in with another player. Oh my word, they've accepted it straight away. I probably could have got more there. 135 million will make Rodri move to Barcelona. Not a big deal that we've completed this window. Well, Nantes have come in here for Gavin Bazunu, who rejected a move to Schalke. The same as Sarmiento, so maybe something's going on with Schalke. 5.1 million to Nantes in France. We'll just accept that. We need to move him on, really. Maybe come back in the future, but like I said, it's last season, so it doesn't matter. So Gavin Bazunu, again, still doesn't want to leave the club. Nantes is not the place he wants to go. We've got a sell-on fee received. Well, this is interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen this on FIFA, I think. I've added sell-on fees before, but never actually received the money for it. It's something that you don't think about. Well, look, obviously, it works. 866,000 we've received following Issa Cabore's departure from Villarreal. So that's very interesting. A bit of money we've received there. Rodri has been sold for 135 million to Barcelona as well. So some big deals going through, and it'd be interesting to see where Issa Cabore moved. Well, Issa Cabore has joined Brighton for I'm not sure what the amount was. He's worth 37 million. Good signing for them, Issa Cabore. So the first game of this episode is against Bristol City at home, a game we will be simulating as it is also transfer deadline day. Well, interestingly, going into this game against Bristol, Almada, Martinez and Ederson are on international duty, so they're not available for a Premier League game, which you don't see very often. So on the bench, it's Bentley, Saka and Bete, Rogers, Torres, McAtee and De Bruyne. And then today it's Dreesen who starts in goal, Lamptey, Rice, Diaz and Hernandez. The back four, of course, we know Rice will move into that midfield. De Jong and Gravenberch in the midfield together, the Dutch connection. Kaiki on the right, Stefanovic on the left, and Felix in behind Lindelof. We've got to get up the sharpness of the likes of Stefanovic, Rogers, McAtee, Wrench, Diego Ross, Acuto, because they're going to be playing a lot of games for us this season. Well, this is a massive surprise. It's a 1-1 draw against Bristol City at home. Kaiki in the 9th minute and Fares in the 80th minute. That is a shockingly poor result, isn't it? Consistency we're still looking for. So it's transfer deadline, and they see if there's any moves that go through that interest us. We'll also have a look at the top deals throughout this transfer window. This time it's Braga that's coming for Bazunu. 6 million transfer fee, accept that. Whether he goes or not is another question. And another rejected move from Bazunu, wants to stay in Manchester, doesn't leave to join Braga. So we've 1 hour left on deadline day. Let's have a look at some of the top deals across Europe. So Rodri to Barcelona, 135 million. Barcelona spent some big money. Barcelona have also signed, of course, for Joao Cancelo, 131.6 million. So two of the biggest deals are from Barcelona and Manchester City. Oshinen's gone to Bayern for 160 million. So Manchester United have lost 10 million on that deal. And I actually think he's probably better. Well, only 87 rated, the same as when they signed him. Rafinha to Spurs for 108 million. Kilmich to Real Madrid for 100 million. We've been making some money, haven't we, in this transfer window. And Didi to Bayern for 92 million. Bastione from... That's a very good move, isn't it? From Hertha Berlin to Liverpool for 89 million. Alexander Isak, a player we were interested in, he's joined Manchester United. 85 million. It was him or Martinez. We went for Martinez, the person you guys voted for. Isaac's joined United. Oscar's gone back to Real Madrid from Aston Villa to 84 million. Wirtz to Dortmund for 84 million. That makes sense. Sangare to replace Ndidi for 72 million. That also makes sense. Bothello has joined United for 72 million. A player that we did look at a little bit. He played against us for Leverkusen. Looked very good. Lo Celso's joined Barcelona as well for 70 million. Barcelona spent some money. Stones to Atletico Madrid for 70 million. Eder Militao back to Real Madrid for 66. Stengs to Chelsea for 66. Ronan Lodi is just making his way around Spain, isn't he? He's gone from Atleti to Real Sociedad. He's now gone to Villarreal for 60. Caqueret's gone back to Lyon. Pogba's gone to RB Leipzig from Barcelona for 56 million. Longstaff's gone to Villa for 53 million. 85 rated Matthew Longstaff. Any other interesting ones? Jimenez from Everton to Southampton. Melcier to Spurs. Their new replacement for Hugo Lloris, it seems. Bentancur's been on the move as well. Tadibo Bissouma, of course, for 45 million to Inter. Lunin has joined Wolfsburg. Saliba to Hoffenheim. That's the one we're interested in. Issa Kabore, 43 million Brighton paid for him. Virgil van Dijk's joined Hertha Berlin. So he's left Liverpool. What rating is Virgil van Dijk at 34? He's still 90 rated. Still a very good player. Paulinho's been on the move. So has Villa. Katabach has joined Lyon. Carvajal to Dortmund, so some good moves there. Maignan to Leipzig also, and Boga to Aston Villa. So as for our rivals, let's see how they've done. Chelsea have sold Maignan and Ndidi, Brighton Sangare, Ribas and Stengs. Anyone else? Leicester City, Campbell, Konsa, Casas, not really a team we're looking into. Van Dam and Bastione coming to Liverpool. They've sold Firmino, Phillips, Gigo, Lo Celso and Van Dijk. Manchester United, Ozanwafar, never heard of him, Othello, Isak, Kiyomo, Zotslu, what a name that is. Sia as well, and they've also sold Militao, Bugo Mella and Osimhen. And then the last one is probably Spurs. Melcier, Ferreira and Rafinha in. Son, Parrott, Carvajal and Perrin gone. So first bit of gameplay of the episode, and we face second placed Arsenal. Now they've had a really poor season over and over again throughout this career mode, finishing in 13th, below 10th place. Today, they stand in second place after only 4 games in the season. Will they stay there? I'm not quite sure, because they've been shocking. They've had a few times where they look like they're going to get in the top 4. But we go away to the Emirates, and they are a really hard side to beat at times, Arsenal. So this is the side we're going to go with against Arsenal today. Ederson starts in goal. We've got Couto, Rice, Diaz and Hernandez in that back 4. De Jong and De Bruyne in the midfield 2. Then Kayiki on the right. Phone on the left, and Joao Felix in behind. Liam Delap on the bench. Lautaro Martinez, Ferran Torres, Almada, Gravenberch, Mbete, Saka and Dries. And you can see here, Wrench is still building up his sharpness. He's quite low along with Diego Rossi. But McAtee's getting there. Stefanovic, Rodgers and Holmes also getting there. Of course, Bazunu also, who's never going to play for us. But that looks fine at the moment. Hoping to build up the fitness of those players. And Wrench, 80 rated now. We are converting him to a centre-back. Once he's converted to centre-back, he'll get more game time. So here we are at the Emirates Stadium. And Arsenal have built a very strong side over the years under Mikel Arteta. But not yet working, is it? Just hasn't clicked between the players. And there's a couple of ex-Manchester City players in there, especially the one that we know very well in Riyad Mahrez. So this is the Arsenal side that faces today. Lucas Hradecky in goal. Maitland-Niles, Lucchini, Schürrle and Rafael Guerrero the back 4. And Rabari and Eduardo Camavinga in the midfield with Riyad Mahrez, Fonseca and Martinelli in behind Dusan Vlahovic. On the bench, Luis Maximiliano, Carlo Anthony, Maximovic, Ital as well. Some very good players on the bench for Arsenal to come off and make an impact, especially Anthony, a player Ten Hag knows well from his time at Ajax. And there is Dusan Vlahovic, young striker, who is a top player, and he's scored a few goals against us before, hasn't he, in his time at Borussia Mönchengladbach. So Manchester City versus Arsenal. I think it's 4th versus 2nd, and it's live from the Emirates Stadium. Martinelli, Guerrero, ball in behind here to Gabriel Martinelli, around Diaz. It's a good goal. It's a really good goal from Arsenal. It's Fonseca with it. Diaz here, not too impressed with his defending. Martinelli got on the inside in too quickly, too easily, and Hernandez got to be tighter to his man, Fonseca. Kel Fabiano Peter Fonseca gets his 4th of the season so far. Looks like he might be the key man to why Arsenal are so high up in the league table. And the lap just couldn't find the pass. Felix, through to the lap. The lap! Oh, it's just wide. I thought he'd scored. Really good attempt from Liam Delap. Such a shame they didn't put that one in. Into Liam Delap. We've got men on here. The lap goes wide to Phil Foden. Maitland-Niles chases him. Here's Phil Foden. Foden! Oh, what a save, Radetzky. Maitland-Niles was tight to him there. Foden couldn't do much else. Cross comes in here. Ooh. I'm trying to aim towards Liam Delap, but it's going towards Joao Felix. This one does go towards the lap, though. Delap up. Knocked away. Foden back. It's back out to De Bruyne. Just keep it in. Kaiki, De Bruyne. Felix. That's a shocking turn from Joao Felix. Player of his quality has got to do better there. De Bruyne with a good block. Through to Joao Felix. Oh, he could be in here, Felix. Felix! Oh, he smashes that one in 1-1. Great ball by De Bruyne. A poor turn by Felix before that. And he gets his chance the second time. Smashes it in. Great ball by De Bruyne. Battling for that ball in midfield. Hammers it past Radetzky. I was thinking about dinking it. Wasn't quite sure. His second goal of the season for Joao Felix. We're back on level terms now. Let's see more of the Chelsea game now. Let's dominate this Arsenal side. Wide to Teo. Foden's back on a bit of space. Foden goes back to Teo Hernandez. We've got a couple of men in the box here. Felix takes it on his chest and shoots and puts it in the back of the net. Great cross by Teo Hernandez. And we've turned this game on its head very, very quickly, haven't we? Just started to knock the ball around. That's all we've started to do. This is a really good cross from Teo Hernandez. To the far post of Felix. Look at this. Touch on his chest. So simple. And fires it into that bottom corner. 2-1 Manchester City. Goal number 3 for Felix this season. And that's a lot better in front now. Just before half time, really. De Jong out to Amrabari. Kamavinga. Good footwork. Amrabari. Ball through to Vlahovic, who scores. Not good enough, as usual, defensively. Dusan Vlahovic gets a chance. Smashed it in from close range, but it's a really good finish to get it in from there. Who's not stopping that pass, though? De Bruyne, maybe. And Diaz not tight to Vlahovic at all as he runs off him. 2-2. Well, a game of goals, as it tends to be with us. De Jong. Gravenberch. Into Delap. Into Felix. Cleared away. Rice got to win this. He does. This is what we played like against Chelsea. Keeping the pressure on. Foden. Foden. Delap makes it 3-2 Manchester City. At the far post is Liam Delap, using his physicality to hold his man off. Foden finds him. And we're back in the lead, and that's a really good goal, isn't it? That is a really, really good goal from us. That is what we want to see from the team. We need to do it throughout the game. Keep the pressure on our side. Good ball by Foden, by the way, to the back post. And Delap using his physicality here. Gets there ahead of his man. Off balance as well, and he still puts it in the back of the net. Well done by our number 9. Goal number 4 for the Premier League season. 3-2. We're back in front. We need to hang on now. Back to Rice. Felix is making a good bit of movement here. Little back heel through to Gravenberch. Into Liam Delap, who makes it 4-2 Manchester City. Great football. Really good football. A double back heel. First from Felix, then from Gravenberch. And Liam Delap's there to tap it in. Still a tough finish from that sort of range, really. Didn't really put that much power in it, but he put the placement right. Really nice football. Felix into Gravenberch. Heavy touch. Takes it into Delap, and he puts it past Radetzky. Another goal for Liam Delap. Another goal for Manchester City, and 4-2 we lead Arsenal now. This is much better. A better second half. And I tell you what, that change of Gravenberch, pushing De Bruyne up into that role and Kaiki coming off, was a masterstroke by Erik ten Hag. It really was, wasn't it? Because that's changed the game, that substitution. So 4-2 we lead now. Hopefully, no more goals conceded. We haven't got a clean sheet, barring that Chelsea game so far. Gravenberch using his physicality up against Vlahovic. Well played, Ryan Gravenberch. It could be a starter at some point. That's a really bad pass, though, by Diaz, and Declan Rice wins it back for Manchester City. Mahrez away from De Jong. Vlahovic. Ball through to Mahrez. Good skill. Martinelli. Around Teo, way too easily, Martinelli. Good save, Edison. Falls to Vlahovic. She's got to go back out. Maitland-Niles ball in. Diaz away. Here they come again. Chance. Oh, skips past Diaz. There's Fonseca. Makes it 4-3. Ruben Diaz, what are you doing? You know, he's a top-class player, Ruben Diaz, but what is this? Fonseca skips past him. Edison beating his near post. That's worrying from Diaz today. 5th goal for him as well, Fonseca. We're going to make some changes. Almada's going to come on for De Bruyne. A bit of energy in that midfield. And Ferran Torres for Joao Felix. We're going to keep the lap on. Because Martinez will be playing the next game, probably. But I'm frustrated there. So on comes Thiago Almada for his first game of the season since his injury. Hernandez. Then behind to Ferran. Ferran. The lap. Foden. Rice. Back to De Jong. And that is full time. A 4-3 win. We've done it the hard way, really. The way we defended at times. We've got that ability up top, haven't we, to score goals. And we prove we can score goals. And Ten Hag gets his win over Mikel Arteta. It's a good win for the team. We jump, surely we jump Arsenal now in the table, who are in 2nd place. It looks like we might have a title race against Manchester United once again this season. So now we go to Lyon away in our first game of the Champions League season. You see there, Erik ten Hag will face his old side Ajax in the group stage of Champions League this season, alongside Napoli and, of course, the side we face today, Olympique Lyonnais. Well, looking at the fixture list, we actually have a Manchester derby in 2 days' time after this game. So I've picked this squad pretty reserved, knowing that we are going to be playing Manchester United soon. So I've got a mixture of good players in there like Varane and Felix, you know, starters Varane and Felix, Lamptey you'd say as well, Edison, in the hope that we can take them off at maybe half-time, maybe early on in the game, and get on maybe, you know, McAtee, Morgan Rogers, and rest players, really. So this is how we're going to go with. Edison starts in goal. We've got Lamptey, Diego Rossa, who step into midfield, of course, and Bete and Hernandez in the back 4. Almada and Gravenberch in the midfield. Felix and Torres and Stefanovic in behind Liam Delap. On the bench, Morgan Rogers, Kaiki, McAtee, De Bruyne, Rensch, Saka and Dreesen. So I'm hoping to bring on maybe Rensch at some point, maybe Rogers and maybe McAtee. Get those players, sharpen us up. And I think Saka's going to be starting that Manchester derby, hence Theo Hernandez starting today. We just need that physicality in the back line, I think, through Theo. So here we are, journey across the channel to France to face Lyon today from the Olympique Lyon Stadium. A good side, a strong side, a very different side to what they were at the start of this career mode. Daniel Regani in there. Some different signings in this French team. But still a decent side. Obviously never going to win the French League with PSG being so ridiculous. But they are a side that you need to worry about. I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi, what a signing that has been. So this is the Lyon side that faces today. Some well-known names in there, actually. On the bench, they've got Horath, Mauro Cardi, Diop, Mendoza. So it's Berkey in goal, Gusto, Regani, Godfrey and Katamach in the back 4. Mia, Kakare and De Silva in the midfield 3. Then it's Hudson-Odoi, Pelestri from Manchester United and Tongfist up top. That's a good side. That's a very good Lyon side, actually. There's Ben Godfrey, signed from Everton. A couple of English players in there, isn't there? Him and Hudson-Odoi. You don't see many English players make the move to Ligue 1. So Manchester City versus Lyon, our first game of the Champions League group stage, and it's live from France. Rossa, good switch of play out wide to Tariq Lamptey, who's got bags of energy, and he's found Ferran Torres here, who bursts away Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres will go for goal, and Ferran Torres will find the back of the net. He's just incredible, 90 rated Ferran Torres. What a player. Starts ahead of Kaiki, and he is unbelievable. He really is. This touch here just takes him away from Godfrey so easily, and he's finishing on either foot, as we know. He's really lethal in front of goal. Left foot or right foot. Gets past Roman Berkey. Smashed it past him, and he gets our first goal of the Champions League campaign, does Ferran Torres, off that right-hand side. And 1-0 we lead Lyon. Almada. Into Ferran. Over to Lamptey. Back to Ferran. Ferran on his left foot. Ooh, I think that was going in. Good defending. Going towards the top corner. Here's Katabach. Hudson-Odoi. Who's a bit on. Diego Rossa a little bit easy there. I guess who makes the block, Luke Mbete. Had a good game so far. Oh, well done, Theo Hernandez. Gravenberch. Bete. Not doing the defending here. He's on the left-hand side. Instead of Theo. And they've played around him a little bit too easy here. Ball over top. He's surely offside. He's surely offside. Lyon score. Looks a mile offside. I think he is offside. He looked an absolute mile offside there. The lap, Felix. Ferran Torres. Pulls it back to Lamptey. Into Joao Felix in the box. Good foot in. Rosser in the air, wins it off. Colin Hudson-Odoi, Gravenberg. Oh, good pass. The lap into Joao Felix, who makes it 2-0 Manchester City. He's becoming prolific, Joao Felix. This role and the way we're playing at the moment suits him perfectly because he's a man who loves to play in behind the striker, isn't he, Felix? He doesn't want to hold up the ball. He wants to get in and behind these areas and just make runs off the striker. And he's done it here. And he's finished into the bottom corner as well. And it's getting the best out of him, I feel. It really is. 2-0 Manchester City. Joao Felix making the difference. Here's Thiago Almada. Almada, great bit of skill. Stefanovic back to Almada. Into Joao Felix. Into Liam Delap. Little back heel through to Ferran Torres. It's beautiful. It's absolute beautiful football for Manchester City. Liam Delap maybe, you know, a target man in a way, but his link-up play there was perfect. We need to see more of that from him. He does make mistakes, doesn't he, with his passing sometimes. That was perfect from Liam Delap here. Almada into Felix. Delap, look at this little back heel through to Ferran. And on his left foot, he puts it into that far left-hand corner. So really nice finish from Ferran Torres. And that is 3-0 Manchester City. And what we will do now is make some changes. I think 4-0 is where I'll be more comfortable. James McAtee is going to come on for Joao Felix. Ferran Torres for Morgan Rogers. And then finally, who else is real starter? I think Tariq Lamptey could be starting. I don't know who to bring on, really. Wrench isn't really a right back, is he? But he could play that position today. So, we'll give him a go there. I know he's usually a centre-back, but he will play there today. Wrench. 3-0 lead just before our time here. A triple substitution. Resting players for that Manchester derby. Wrench makes his Manchester City debut today. Here's Leon. Oh, he's past Hernandez here, Palestri. A bit of acceleration of pace, and Hernandez gets a touch on it. Oh, shocking goal to concede. Deflection. Well, that's why I didn't think the game was over. Cross comes in here. Deflection on the cross. Just takes it into the pass of their striker. And Bete, not tight enough there. And Ederson, I don't think Ederson should get beat at the near post, really. Twongfist with a goal. 3-1. So no clean sheet. And the game seems like it's far from over. Got some of the youngsters on the team now as well. Here's Rogers. Usually plays off the left-hand side, Morgan Rogers, but that's Stefanovic's role, and he's made it his own at the moment. And that is half-time. So 3-1 at half-time. The game is far from over. And we'll get a chance to see the likes of Morgan Rogers, James McAtee, Divine Wrench, see how they do in today's game. Colin Hudson-Odoi has done nothing for them. Almada. Delap. McAtee. Finds Morgan Rogers. Here is Rogers. Morgan Rogers on his Champions League debut. Hits it right down the middle. Rosser. Space here for Almada. Stefanovic. Hernandez. Delap's peeled off. Liam Delap. Oh, great finish from Delap. 4-1 Manchester City. Getting better and better, Delap. He really is. You think he can't get much better. I can't believe he's only 78 rated. He plays like an 85 rated striker. He really does. Stefanovic wide to Hernandez here. Great cutback as well from the fullback. Delap just peels off the defenders. And it's at the near post on his left foot. With the power. Past Roman Burki. And Delap gets a goal as well for Manchester City. First goal in the Champions League for him. 4-1. We lead Leon now. Been a really good performance. I think it's possibly his game over. Well, good tackle on him, but keep the possession. Good play. McAtee. Look at the space for Teo. Look at Almada. He's bursting forward here, Thiago Almada. Almada. Stefanovic. Oh, first Champions League goal for Filip Stefanovic. 5-1. That's game over. Gets into the box for Stefanovic. Thiago Almada. Bursting run from midfield. Allows Hernandez to find him. He's probably one of our best players, Almada. He really is. Then put into the back of the net by Filip Stefanovic. Really, really good finish. Because Burki's on him. He's got to go that side. And he does well with it. But Almada, the run. He was the hard worker there, wasn't he, Thiago Almada? He really was. So 5-1. His first goal in the Champions League. And we will jump to the result now. And he finishes 5-1. Almada gets a yellow card. De Bruyne came on for Diego Rossi. Icardi came on. but nothing could stop us from winning that game really at that point, could they? Well, for our final game of the episode, it's Manchester Derby time. You can see there Alexander Isak could be set for his Manchester United debut. Maybe they would have signed Martinez if we'd signed Isak. So it's interesting, isn't it, how, you know, things can change. They're in third place, Manchester United. We are top of the Premier League table on 11 points. But if we were to lose today, I don't think we'd top anymore, would we? So we need a win today. You see there, Liam Delap's got 5 goals in the Premier League. Martinez with 3, Felix with 3, and we've been saving Martinez for this game. Let's just hope we don't get done the counter repeatedly. That's what tends to happen in Manchester United. We've got to play our best football today. So this is the side we're going to put out to face United today. Ederson starts in goal. We've got Lamptey, Rice, Diaz and Saka in the back four. Of course, like we always say, Rice will move into the midfield. De Jong and De Bruyne in the midfield too. Joao Felix through the middle. Ferran Torres on the right. Foden on the left. And Lautaro Martinez up top. On the bench, Liam Delap, who's very tired. Kayiki, Almada and Gravenberch are both tired as well. Renshu's come in just because he got a bit more fitness than Luke Mbete. And then, of course, Jan Kuto as well, Dreesen as well on the bench there. James McAtee could come in actually for Almada. He's actually a bit fitter. Morgan Rogers didn't have the best of games, and I think we might need the physicality of Gravenberch in midfield if things don't work out, similar to that Arsenal game. Let's just give it our best shot against Manchester United today. So here we are at the Etihad Stadium for Derby Day. Manchester City versus Manchester United. The Premier League champions versus the former Premier League champions. United had Bruno Fernandes lift that trophy, didn't they, at the end of last season? They beat us to the title by about 3 points, but we beat them to the Champions League, beating them in that Champions League semi-final. So this is the Manchester United side that will face us today. Dean Henderson, probably the best goalkeeper in the world, is in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Perez, Luis Felipe and Carlos Neiva in the back four. Paulinho and Souček in the midfield three. And it's Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, and Marcus Rashford in behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin. On the bench, Mazraoui, Sancho, Isaac Pavard, Saul, Barretta and Odero. What a squad that is from Manchester United. Dean Henderson gives the team talk to his side, the goalkeeper, who always puts in an unreal performance against us, doesn't he, Dean Henderson? So, Manchester City versus Manchester United. Lautaro steps up for kickoff. It's Derby Day, and it's live from the Etihad Stadium, and we've got to put in a perfect performance to beat this side. Neiva. Got to be wary of Calvert-Lewin as well. Here is Calvert-Lewin. Oh, referee, that is a disgusting decision in the Manchester Derby. Yellow card for Ruben Diaz. That is one of the worst decisions I've seen on this game. That's a penalty there. Calvert-Lewin plays on. There's a little kick on him, if anything. Rashford's going to step up here against Ederson. Marcus Rashford sends Ederson the wrong way. 1-0 Manchester United. Shocking decision in the derby. The referee with his Manchester United shirt on, it seems. Never a penalty. Marcus Rashford steps up, slots it home. What a terrible start there from us. His first goal in the Premier League this season. Marcus Rashford. How is that a penalty? I've no idea. Lamptey. Wide to Saka. De Jong. Through to Saka. Saka into the box to Ferran Torres. And Ferran Torres makes it 1-1. On level terms early on in this game. And it's Ferran Torres with a goal. Really good play here by De Jong and Saka combine that left-hand side, and Bukayo Saka, similar to Theo Hernandez, finds a ball across the box into Lautaro Martinez. It's actually Ferran Torres. Why am I saying Lautaro? I thought it was Lautaro initially. It's Ferran Torres. Our key player at times, Ferran. He's second of the Premier League season. 1-1, all level now. Need to win the ball back quick and get back to possession. Frankie de Jong. Oh, we've got men on here. Felix. De Bruyne. Ferran's in space, up against Carlos Neiva. Ferran, onto his left foot. Ooh, deflected away. Will be a corner. I think that was going in from Ferran. Good footwork. Again, we'll get it into this danger zone. Felix up for it. It's Rice! Oh, what a finish from Declan Rice. On the volley, on the turn, and he gives us a 2-1 lead. I think it's Joao Felix, wasn't it, that just knocked it down to Declan Rice. We'll see it again. Felix down to him. Touching his right foot, hammers it with his left foot, past 3 Manchester United players, throwing their bodies at it. And even Henderson can't stop it. Good finish from Rice. Through the narrowest of gaps to find the back of the net. That will be his first goal. I think his first goal for the club in 2 seasons here. So Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. And that harsh penalty That went United's way. Dribbles it one way, sends Lamptey the other. Here's Tariq Lamptey. De Bruyne, all away from Paulinho. Into Lautaro. Plays a little back heel through to Phil. Foden, who... Oh my word, Phil, you've got to score that. A player of Phil Foden's quality has got to score that and make it 3-1. He could have got closer. I snatched it with his right foot. Got to score that, Phil Foden. Great work. Lautaro lays it off to him. Got to score that. Cross comes in again towards Calvert-Lewin. Ederson punches once more. Luis Felipe. Souček. Under pressure from De Jong. Oh, he's got away from Felix as well. Well done. Ruben Diaz. Counters on. De Bruyne into Foden. Lautaro. De Bruyne. De Jong. Look at the men we throw forward here. Manchester United can't believe it. Saka. Oh, nearly win a corner. Unlucky there, Saka. Lautaro was in space. Good position here. Lautaro rises. Oh, Lautaro tried to take it round Neva. Couldn't do so. Here's Bruno Fernandes in space, and he looks to Mason Greenwood. Frankie de Jong across. All over top to Fernandes. Fernandes through to Greenwood, who scores 2-2. Well, we knew it wouldn't be enough. Diaz bypassed again. Too easily by Greenwood. His pace a bit of an issue, Diaz. Tried to just throw something at that on Greenwood, but he was on a yellow card, so I half-heartedly did it. Didn't want to get him sent off. 2-2. Well, it's always an exciting game under Ten Hag's. A little revolution, isn't it? The only issue is we concede so many goals. Martinez. Back to De Bruyne. Foden. Saka on the overlap. Saka. Back in Lautaro, Martinez. Martinez! Oh, good save by Henderson. Great work from Martinez to hold the man off. Unlucky not to score. Mason Greenwood's coming off for Sancho. Bad news for us because he's better than Greenwood. Lautaro looks to rise for this one. Lamptey up there. Sancho does win it. Oh, Varane can't get in the end of it. Varane, sorry, it's counter again. 4v4 here. Varane. Wide to Foden. Lautaro Martinez, great touch. Martinez, great save again by Henderson. He's got great physicality as Lautaro. But he's finishing sometimes, lets him down. We're all over the place. Bruno Fernandes gives it away to Lamptey, back to Saka. All the way back to Ederson. De Jong, what a turn away from Wan-Bissaka. Wins it back again, De Jong, after a poor pass. Oh, De Bruyne. Of all people, I didn't expect you to do that. Luckily, Frankie's there. Into De Bruyne again. Referee, foul from behind from Declan. No, it was Calvert-Lewin. How is that not a foul on Kevin De Bruyne there? We're going to make some substitutions. Absolutely crunched. Looking to win this game late. Felix, Varane. Rice. De Bruyne. De Jong. Oh, he's tackled Frankie on a bad position here. That's full time. A 2-2 draw at home with Manchester United to end the episode is not too bad, is it? I feel like we should have won that game, though, and 3 points would have been big. I think West Ham might catch us up in the league, but we'll take a draw, really. It's better than defeating them, jumping us in the league table. But we performed better than that, didn't we? Just defensively, we had some issues at times. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video of this final season, of course, of the FIFA 21 career mode. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, why not? It's free. Give us a subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.